Welcome everybody to episode 16 of Tales from the Tackle Shop, and this could be the shortest one ever.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Well, we've talked about cormorants and all the other negative things for the last 2 weeks, and had that many comments in the shop saying, "Are you all right? You know, do you feel okay?" and stuff. So we've got to change the subject. So
Well, I've written down. Look, I've written down our subject matter for this week.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Blank.
Blank could be the
Groundhog Day.
Blank could be the word of the week.
Well, this is true. This is very true.
We'll get onto that in a moment. Yeah. Blank. Yeah, so what we decided to do, because we had a pre-podcast meeting in the kitchen.
About 10 minutes ago, didn't we? Yeah.
Don't tell everybody. And we thought we can't be negative again.
Yeah.
Because it's getting a bit bad, isn't it? So we thought we'll just do a quick review of the last couple of podcasts. And I wasn't going to dig out any comments from 2 weeks ago, even though loads of people commented again, which was brilliant, so thank you. Because everyone's agreeing. Everybody is saying virtually the same thing, even around different parts of the country.
Yeah.
So we're not going to dwell on predation too much.
No.
And cormorants.
And try and depress you even more, even though it's
seals.
Extremely hard not to talk about it.
Otters. We won't this week.
Yeah. We're trying to be positive this week.
We've got some good news, some potentially good news, which we will deliver later.
Yeah.
And towards the end, this is going to keep all you lot watching who want to know for the weekend, because it's the Winter League final on Saturday. Alex is going to give his rundown on the sections that you know of, or think you know of.
Right. Okay.
But not yet, at the end.
Right.
We want to tease all the
I'm sure the anglers can't wait to get down here.
Oh, they need to practice, don't they?
Yeah. Make sure you bring your jam jar, not a keep net. I think.
Size 30 hooks. Do you sell size 30?
No, there's no such thing as a 30 in the shop these days, but I'm sure anglers listening to this podcast have got size 30s.
Have you?
Or I've got 28s. 28s.
Don't reckon I can even see them.
And I've got 26 iron ones. I've got 1,000. So if anyone wants any, I've got literally 100,000 of them. So
that's a bit of an exaggeration, isn't it?
No, it's not though.
100,000.
100,000
of size 26.
Yes, I've got the original packets of IM1 size 26, and there's like 20,000 hooks in each pack.
Oh, wrapped in bronze greaseproof paper. Yeah.
So anyone wanting size 22s and 26s?
Oh, your dad was so happy.
Yeah, he'd be happy I mentioned this way. He's been hiding them in the shed out
counting those out. He'll look at you and go, I'm off.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, let's do a little bit of the hay jack to start off with. So,
monk jack.
I'm completely confused where we are with the hay jack.
Yeah. So obviously the hay jack was 2 Sundays ago, which was the 3rd round. There was 4 sections at March, starting from basically a couple of pegs below the health centre bridge and finished up at the scout hut, or just past the scout hut. That's 4 sections. There was a section below the lock on Whittlesea Doink. And there was 1 section above the lock on the Bower. It was tough, but there's a few fish to be caught. The winner on the Bower was...
Are there only six teams in the hay jack?
8. Yeah, it's the lowest it's been for a long time.
8 teams of 8?
6.
8 teams of 6?
Yeah. So Mark Pollard was best weight on there with £3 odd. A few little rudd, few perch.
That's the most fish he's caught this year, isn't it?
No, he's caught £6, I think.
What if he watches this, he's going to hate us.
Yeah, what a contrast. But we won't dwell on that. Then below the lock was one by John Bates with £32 or £30.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously all the fish are rammed in that lock pit, and then the other side of the bridge it just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Sir Bob on the end, bless him, last in the section.
Got no chance, have you?
No chance, no. And that's the story of the drains at the minute. Moving on to March. The first section nearest Health Centre Bridge was won on Mist Underwater by Steve Baker. Unbelievable.
I can't believe that.
He's completed the set in one season of fishing at March. Unbelievable.
He's drawn all the best pegs, has he?
Yeah, every single one. Every single one he's drawn. So fair play to him. He was top weight with £11. There was a couple of 10s, and then it went like 9, a couple of 7s, and just got gradually worse the further you went away from sort of the epicentre. The next section, 8, I think it was an £8, 14, and then there was a £7.5 and like 4s and £5. And then the next section was one with just under £9, and then there was another sort of a high £7. And then the section I was in, I was the 1C going from basically the Willows to past the Scout Hut, and Andy Ellis won that with £6.1. So yeah, it was.
What's the scores on the doors?
So scores on the doors, winners on the day were Tackle and Bait Select. So they've won the first round and the third round. So
that's good.
That's jumped them right up after a sticky performance in the second round. So winning the league is Dara Tackle and Baits. Second is Tackle and Bait Select, and third is Peterborough, and fourth is Tackle and Baits March Boy.
The team that you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proper March. Yeah.
How's Cheesy doing?
Cheesy? Well, to be fair, he's had some tough guys in his section, and he's been doing all right. He's been doing all right.
Yup.
Yup. He's got a few scalps in his pocket, put it that way.
Good.
Yeah.
You like fishing for that team, don't you?
Yeah, it's the Hayjack, isn't it? It's, you know.
That's good that you do that.
Yeah. It's a good bit of fun.
So how many more matches left?
So we've got one more round to go, which is Sunday, March the 2nd, would it be? Something like that.
Not 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time,
Yeah.
2 weeks' time. So God knows what venues will be used. I would think pretty much similar. Who knows? Might be some fish appearing. There's talk it's warming up, you know.
Right. Let's just dispel this myth.
Right.
People are saying the weekend's going to be better because it's going to be warmer.
No, they reckon it's getting warmer.
The air temperature's getting warmer.
Yeah.
The water isn't going to get that much warmer quickly.
Well, this is
it's
Monday.
impossible.
And all the lakes at work at Rookery were frozen this morning.
Yeah, it was...
Honestly, it is freezing. It's
There
been
was
2 degrees all day, bright sunshine. So,
and tomorrow, it's bright sunshine now,
Yeah.
so we're going to have a frost tonight.
Yeah.
So if you if you take the 24 hours air temperature and work out the average, the water is about 3.8 degrees at the minute.
Yeah.
The average temperature over 24 hours is not as high as 3.8 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impossible for the water to rise in temperature.
Mm-hmm.
It is not going to get any warmer for the weekend.
No. If anything, it might make the areas where there's a few fish might feed, but the areas that are crap are still going to be horrendous.
Yeah. But by March the 2nd, it may have creeped up a little bit.
Might done, yeah.
Crept up. Is that a better use of the English language?
Don't know, you're the teacher.
That was PE. I didn't do English. Just chase balls. That sounded wrong.
So yeah, and then we've got and the following Sunday is the last March Open of the year. I bet they won't be all running to book in for that this year, will they?
Oh, there's no point in me making a second appearance.
No.
Wait till next Christmas.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do believe that your peg is a known flyer now. Peg 5 is a known flyer.
Well, that's only because I've unlocked the secret.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Got to get the pole tip under the boat.
Under the water, under the boat. Take a BB off your shot, off your rig.
Yeah.
And just let it bob around, and then...
You watch the elastic. When the pole elastic comes out, you know you got one on.
Fair play.
When the hook's coming out of his arsehole, you know you got it on.
Yeah, fair play.
Well, the perch only that big.
What did you weigh? £3 something?
Hasn't got far to go.
Did you weigh £3?
Was it 3.7 or 3.1?
3.7. Do you know what? That would be my fourth best weight at March this year. That.
Well, that's because I entered that little competition.
Yeah.
I reckon. I was talking to your nemesis, Matt Baker.
Oh, Andre, yeah.
Andre. I reckon I could win it next Christmas. get on the right peg.
Well, if you draw like Steve Baker, you will do, won't you?
Just it is so peggy.
I tell you what, talking about Baker, God, he's drawn some flies lately.
He's beaten you a lot this year.
Well, he would do, wouldn't he?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying
That
anything.
little river out there has it's causing a few issues. It's reducing grown men to tears.
It's frustrating, I would say, more than anything.
What have you done to Simon Willsmore?
Nothing. What have I done, Simon?
He wouldn't even speak to me yesterday.
Well,
You've lost him to Ben Wick.
who?
Bennick.
Oh.
What have you done? Did you not pay him enough?
Obviously not. No.
Is he still in your team?
In what team?
Does he not fish for your team?
No.
Who's he fish for?
Dorkin. Diver Dorkin.
No, in the Hayjack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, confusing me there.
Come
I was
on,
thinking.
keep up with it. Yeah, you upset him.
Upset him.
I walked over the bridge yesterday. Oh, we'll come on to that later. I was going to say this. I didn't know where you were, and I thought I'm just going for a little walk. I'll find Alex somewhere. And I saw this lefty, little dwarf, and I thought that's Polly. There's only left-handed angler you see down there.
Yeah.
And I thought, who's that next with a bobble hat on, pulling faces? And it was Simon going, oh, because he was.
Yeah.
Oh. And then I heard all this foul language in the bush.
Did you?
And that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you was about. I could hear you.
Could you? There's
Yeah,
you three, and I thought, there we go. We've got Willsmore, Pollard, Bates in a line.
Yeah. The three worst pegs in that bit by a mile.
What a lineup! The fish must be absolutely scared rigid to swim anywhere near that little section. Yeah, they were. We'll come on to that at the end, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was awesome.
Talk about awesome. What happened 2 weeks ago in the football?
Yeah, but it was the League Cup. It doesn't count.
Oh, it don't count.
No, it's not a proper trophy, is it?
No.
No.
So, was that 3 games we've played you this year? Is it 3?
Well, okay, I'm going to tell everybody a little secret here.
here we
A
go.
couple of weeks ago, I messaged Al and said, we ought to start doing forfeits.
You still on?
This isn't a buy. You
Oh.
jibbed on this. You could have had me big time. I said, we need to start having a bit of a fun thing.
Yeah.
Because we have a curry every now and again.
Yeah.
It'd be quite funny if we had forfeits and we can make the predictions in the curry house. I could drop it in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But predictions. But there has to be a forfeit. It has to be a consequence, doesn't
Right.
it, for getting it wrong?
Okay.
And we're trying to involve Wee John in this because he tends to come. Well, he used to come for a curry.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost him again, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon he's gone grayling fishing? I reckon he's sulking after the Welsh game.
Yeah.
His relative came on at prop, got stuffed in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen him since.
Oh, stop deflecting.
Right,
Come on.
okay, yeah. But you did not actually follow through.
What?
As in,
The forfeit?
my suggestion of making predictions, we were going to start with the football.
Yeah.
And I said I'd be 2-1 to Arsenal. You said it'd be 1-1. And
Yeah.
we lost 2-0.
Yeah.
So you could, I had the worst prediction. You could have got me then. But you didn't. You didn't follow through.
Because I'm not like you, am I? I'm not a sing when you're winning type of fan.
No, but for the podcast, you could have had me eating hot curries and all sorts. I was going to have you fishing with a noddy hat on, do you remember? I sent you a picture of a noddy hat.
I wear a noddy hat quite a bit, to be
I
fair.
was going to buy that for you.
Been fishing like a noddy.
But you ruined my
Drawing
fun.
like a noddy.
But anyway, so, yeah, the football. But what happened Saturday?
We lost.
You
That's
got
why I don't get
dicked.
carried away.
4-0.
4-0 by City.
By City, who have been beaten by everybody else. Yeah.
Wow.
And Arsenal have got a new striker.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did yesterday, just out of pure curiosity, and I think I'm getting a bit soft in my old age. I watched some of the Udite game versus Man United,
Right.
and the Man United team come up and the bench. They've got no players. They got 11, right? They got Lindelof, and the bench is full of 18-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, the rest of them are 18. And you're kind of going, these teams are in dire straits, aren't they, with injuries? It's like, oh my Lord. He couldn't make any subs because he had no one to come on. He just filled the bench with numbers, but they were never ever going to get on the pitch.
Ah, well, it's only Man U.
Yeah, but it's funny watching.
Yeah.
And I was doing a bit of research today, and I think they've got the same prop over the next few weeks. We've got them in 3 weeks' time, or I think it's going to be the same. So that'd be funny. But anyway, Jeff Tottleby, we do apologise.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff.
Talking about football. But anyway, do you think you're going to win the League Cup?
Of course, I want us to win more than anything, but it's Liverpool. They're our nemesis, aren't
You're
they?
playing them in the league soon.
Yeah.
Is that this week, midweek?
No, we play Forest on Saturday or Sunday.
And then you play them midweek.
Yeah, we've got them we've got some tough games coming up.
So we need you to beat those.
Yeah. Oh, John Price is back in action.
Is he alive?
He's alive.
Oh, that's 3 weeks it's taken him to reply.
Oh, again.
There we go. You've heard it here. John Price is alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's not grading fishing or not sulking after the Welsh got thrashed. Right, we've gone completely off topic here.
Sorry, guys.
But the football has been a bit weird, hasn't it?
Yep.
These teams haven't got any players left.
No.
Shall we mention the litter pick first?
Yeah.
Have we decided on a date? No.
No, we haven't decided on a date, have we? But
No. We'll give people a heads up of when it could be roughly.
did we say it was?
It's going to be a Sunday.
Yeah, in April, wasn't it?
It'd be like 29th of March. No, I lied.
Can't do that.
30th of March.
Can't do that.
6th of April.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it then. 6th or 13th, shall we?
Yeah, we'll sort something out.
Yeah, so every year we organise a litter pick, and it started off in COVID, if you remember. And we had over 70 people picking up litter from over 10 locations, and it was amazing. And Kingsley, I'll get in touch with Kingsley Angling Club again, and Whittlesea. So they, Tony Jakes, who's the chairman of Whittlesea, and Ash Brown, who's the secretary of John Price is now phoning. He knows he's on the podcast. Ash Brown, who's the secretary of Kingsley, I'll get in touch with those because they'll try and join and do something with their clubs. But we'll do did we say the 6th? Potentially. We're going to pencil in the 6th of April for anyone who's local. Last year, excuse me, we did in town, and we kind of split into 3 sections, and Alex was going to help out, but he jumped at the last minute.
Sorry.
He was busy signing autographs or something.
Blankety blank.
Yeah. We had 8 guys turn up, which was really good, and Cheesy Bob got some cheese and pork pies for us, and we went to the ship.
Yeah.
I was hoping Paul Wing was going to buy us around, but he's too tight. But we'll try him again this year. So we'll organise that again. So we're penciling the 6th, but we'll let you know nearer the time. You're going to have to bring your own gloves, PPE, all that palaver, because this is one of the things in the modern world we live in. We have to make it obvious to everybody that they have to bring their own stuff, which is common sense. Mm-hmm. There's no insurance. It's just off your own back because it's not a group thing. And be careful, there's water, believe it or not.
No.
Yeah. You would never think people would have not realised that there's a hazard. But like I said, it's not a group organised thing, it's just a group of individuals who are going litter picking. So if you fall in or prick yourself on the brambles, it's your own fault. Right. Should we mention the next positive thing?
Yeah.
So, Alex has had a little wish, haven't you, for a while?
Yeah.
God, do you want to explain it?
Well, yeah. We went for a curry on Thursday and we was looking for...
Where all the best thinking happens.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And, I've sort of in the past we've done family fun days at Rookery and bits and pieces, and we've had scouts and cubs come in the evenings, and obviously we wanted to try and give something back and to promote fishing and the future, and on the other hand get it in front of juniors in the right locations. And yeah, so we're going to try and resurrect or reignite the March and District Junior side of things, because there is nothing for juniors to get into fishing in that way, is there? It's all in the early stages, but
when we say early,
very early,
it's like, when a baby's born,
yeah.
It has to be conceived first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're kind of like
just past that.
No, we're not even, mate. We haven't even met on a date. We're kind of like
right.
it's
But-
so early in its thought process
Yeah.
that, yeah.
But I really want to do something in that sense, and we feel that doing it in March would be beneficial, obviously because of the river being free fishing. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We're going to sort of, we haven't concrete what we're going to do yet, but sort of,
Life revolves around eating curry at the minute.
yeah.
So we need to we
And
are
moaning.
going to get Cheesy Bob on board with this,
Yeah.
because I had a very short conversation with him. He was up for it straight away.
Yeah.
And what we need to do is kind of get the basis of the idea together, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And logistics of, just off the top of my head, like DBS checks, public liability insurance, quota of adults to children. Obviously, we want parents or guardians to be with the child at all
Yeah.
the time. And we're going to then look at maximum number we can actually
Yeah.
host in every slot that we do. And the idea is to try and do
Yeah.
one night a week
And
to
obviously
run for about 12 weeks.
The
isn't it?
juniors, the kids would have to have the parents with them.
Yeah, it's really important. But
Yeah.
the reason why I mention it is because if there's other clubs out there that are doing similar, it'd be quite nice for us to contact me and we can pick your brains, because obviously it's new to us. I know the Anglian Trust does a level 1, level 2 coaching award, but we're not going to get that done in time for this summer,
We'll see.
potentially.
Mm.
Obviously, I've got my QTS, qualified teacher status, so that helps.
Mm.
But there'll be other.
Yeah, and I think there'll be probably other anglers within the March Club that would like to give us a hand.
Yeah.
And give up their time, and obviously there might be other anglers that would be interested in helping as well. So
Definitely, and with the first aid side of things, we need to think about that as well. So there's an awful lot to think about, and this is the stage we're at, isn't it? Actually, trying to get the basics in. But
yeah, I think the end goal is to start small, not go too big, and people expect that we're going to have a junior team and going to fish national straight away. The plan is a bit like the talent pathway that they do, but on a smaller scale for local juniors to perhaps, because there's a few anglers running about with junior anglers running about with drop shotting rods and lures and things like that, but they don't catch a great deal doing that, do they? And I feel that we can do some good.
well, that's something I not being biased. But obviously, I predator fish, but they could get the basics using a pole rig in the summer, and then if they want to then go on to that September onwards, and it's all about knowing your fish species. The foundations you have from one element actually transcend into the other as well, don't they? So that'll be good. So that's what we're going to try and do. So, like, guys out there who aren't in that area, if you know of anybody who's running these schemes, let us know. We can pick their brains. Anybody who's local, if you want to help, let us know. But again, our plan was the final podcast of this season. We were going to be a bit more concrete with what's actually happening. weren't we?
Yeah.
But that's positivity.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned cormorants, seals, otters for a good 20 minutes.
No. We've
We've done well.
to
We've
be
done
fair.
well. Well, I did lie. I did have a little list of things that we're going to go through. So, what about match results?
Right.
Have you got yours?
Yeah. Do you want me to fire away with this weekend's final practice?
Or shall I do my
Get your spills, Beth.
Spills,
Way
Beth.
and fleet me up.
So it's their winter series. It's the sixth round I've got here, which was at the weekend. 18 anglers fished. So
Nice.
Derek Skinner sent me this again, which is great. Thanks, Derek. First was Mick Stamp with £5.
Oh, you must be winning the league now.
I'll give you the overall bit in a minute. Hold your horses. Second was Nige Butler with £4.4. Third was Don Green with £2.14.
The squat legend.
Fourth was Dave Andrew with £2.12.5. Fifth was Paul Dent with £2.11. So, not great weights, but
No,
it's the same everywhere, isn't it?
Still alright.
The league winner is now between Dave Dean and Mick Stamp,
Ooh.
who are now equal on 6 points with 1 round to go. Dave Ashmore third on 9, and Mark Cook is fourth on 11 points. So that's really cool. So I've got something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing.
Do you mean nothing?
You've got nothing.
What do you want me to...
Bit like you're fishing at the weekend. Let's go on. Let's go on to this weekend then.
So Saturday was the Stanjay Open, which they've been sort of trying to find some fish. Well, there's a few fish about, but there's an odd fish that was probably born 2 years ago.
Do you know what species it is?
They're identifiable. Yeah. And then there was quite a few fish caught that probably were born this year. They were tiny. So the plan was to use the Bower, Carrot Wash, which is Ponders Bridge or Glassmore Bank, and Benwick. And yeah, it was tough, but it's been horrendous. The whole of March has been horrendous. All the drains are horrendous. We've never known a season like it. Have you? I've not. I 100% haven't. Never seen it this bad.
Since we've been doing this podcast, which is 6 years,
It's not even close. There's nothing even close to as bad as
you used to come in with you used to sit downstairs and go for 20 minutes going through your phone, literally writing all the results down from all the matches. And you've done that less and less over the last 2 years.
Yeah, so because there's literally 3 matches. That's it.
Because there's nothing to catch.
No,
and that's what I'm saying. That to me has, from looking from the outside in, from what you used to bring with all the match results to what's going on now, it's like this is a bit. It's that bad a drop off. We're laughing about it.
Yeah,
because we're thinking it can't be the same next year. However, if it's worse next year, then it is really, really worrying, isn't it? Something bad's happened. So
anyway, top weight at Benwick was £1.3 from Peg 5, which John Goodwin, £1.3.
Oh, in the match section.
In the match section, and then
is that the Welsh Wizard again?
Yep. And then I think there was a 7 ounce and a 5 ounce all round the boat and the willow tree, and then it was just literally like 1/4 ounce, 1 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1 ounce. So yeah, that weren't very good. What we sort of expected, well, that was actually better than what I expected, to be fair. Then on to the Bower. They pegged all above the lock on the Bower. I think the top weight on there was Lodgy, Mr. Mick Lodge, metal detecting.
Yeah, not with his Labrador.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that.
He's not blind. And I think he had £6.9. Kai was second next to him with £5 odd. Paul Passmore on the M peg nearest the lock had £5, and it was sort of steady. Do you know what I mean? There was enough fish there, so I think, well, I'm 99% sure there'll be a full section above, so 2 14 peg sections on the Bower, and then they used Carrot Wash, which is the first time it's sort of been in the mix with the Winter League final, and it was what we sort of. There's been millions of small little fish, like millions of little, not millions, but like 200 fish for like £8 or £9 maybe. You know, small fish, little roach, little skimmers, little perch. And as soon as the word Winter League was sort of mentioned on this venue, the fish have just disappeared for what there was. Literally 3 weeks ago, John Taylor was catching 1,001 fish for £1.11.
Let's blame him.
Yeah. With an odd tench being caught and pretty consistent. And then this week, the small fish have done a disappearing act, and but the tench have fed. So I think there was Alan Donnelly won the match with 27, nearly £30. He had some sort of big skimmery bream things and some tench for that, and then there was 3 or 4 others that caught 1 tench each. And then Dan Rogers he had £6.9, which is like 3 perch. And then the rest were just real tiny, small little perch and bits and pieces. So at least there's some fish to be caught there anyway. So that was Saturday, and then Sunday was the teams match all the way through at March. And it was very, very patchy. It's so predictable. It's untrue. So yeah, match winner was Graham Smith from the long peg, or it's now known as the ladder peg. It's the ladder peg now.
Where's
The
this?
famous ladder. You know, because you need a ladder to get in and out of the pegs.
Where's this?
Behind the bandstand, the end peg with a big gap to the right.
That's not. Oh,
It's known as the ladder peg.
the one near the boats.
Yeah, that one. So, Graham's fished a lovely match. He's had £22 of skimmers, odd perch. So yeah, lovely day's fishing. Runner up was the next peg downstream to him, which was Daz Shaw with 14, I think. Skimmers and perch. Third in the match was a couple of pegs to the left of Graham. Alfie Nichols had £13, nearly £14. And then last in the frame was the culvert peg with £12. So
Why is that fishing so badly?
there's no roach feeding, is there? It's just so cold. Man alive, it's so cold.
It was cold yesterday.
Saturday
wasn't it?
night we had all that snow, rain.
Did it snow?
Yeah, it did. Hard for
Did it?
about 2 hours, yeah. Yeah, and then it just turned into rain. It was just wet everywhere. Sections, well, there's like, well, if buts and maybes, isn't it? It's pegs 1 to 14. Top weight was peg 5. You know, that bunghole. And it was a Peterborough angler this time.
Because
Another
Meansy
flyer that
gave him the
boys-
secrets, did he?
Well, that it was mentioned. Poor old means he did get some stick. Yeah. And yeah.
If it had a
4
break.
ounces was best weight. Pegs 1 to 14.
So
then-
peg 5 was 4 ounces.
Yeah.
Mate, I got over £3 out of that one.
Yeah, and
Well, just calibre of angler.
well, it must be. I'd like to see catch £3 from there now.
Well, I don't want to overdo it.
So then the next section sort of run on to Wiggy's Bridge. There was sort of 6s and a 7 and pretty steady. There's a few bites to be had. Then most of the weights were from behind the swimming pool. And then there's some decent weights above Health Centre Bridge going right then up to the Willows. Pretty consistent through there. There's a few fish. And then as soon as you get past the Willows onto the Scout Hut, horrendous. The best weight from there to the bypass was 11 ounces. And
What?
above the bypass, there was 2 people caught this week, so that's improved. Andy Ellis, 3 ounces, and Matt Godfrey, 1 ounce. So, yeah. Abysmal. But
That's unbelievable.
it's just, anglers have got to accept it for what it is.
Wow.
It's frustrating considering this match last year, the average weight was about £23 in the whole match. And
It was on fire, wasn't
bombing
it?
through.
Yeah.
It was bombing through. Yeah, a lot warmer for a start.
It was a lot milder.
There was rudd everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think there's rudd being caught in the whole match again, apart from there's one little peg where you catch some little micro rudd, and that's it. Terrible. But we got a bit of a competition going this week, haven't we?
Yeah, so before we get on to what sections you think is going to be in it,
Right.
I think this is going to be my thumbnail. I was thinking, what thumbnail can we do this week? Because the last 2 thumbnails, I think, been a bit clickbaity, and I make no apology. And this week's the same. So it's going to be, are we going to say DNW or blank?
Well, that in a team match, it'll be a blank.
It'll be blank, okay. So,
Yeah. If you don't weigh in, it's because you haven't caught anything.
so how many anglers are fishing this weekend total?
150.
Is that total?
No, on the drains. And
No,
then,
I mean,
so
as in
300.
300, right.
Yeah.
So out of 300 anglers, because
On
decoy could be
yeah.
tricky as well.
Very tricky. Very tricky.
When it's cold, those fish are just going to be sitting in 1 or 2 areas.
I know there is a lot of D&Ws at decoy. and that's just the nature of the weather and everything. And that's on a venue that's
Okay.
stocked with fish.
This is our first prediction then.
Right.
But also it's to do with the thumbnail.
Right.
How many blanks do you think there'll be from this Winter League final? Out of 300. Give me a number. So 10%'s 30. Bear in mind, most of the anglers, well, I'll say all the anglers know what they're doing. They're really good. So it's not...
How many are you saying?
Well, 10%'s 30.
In the whole match?
Yeah, in the whole match, including decoy, because decoy could really bump the numbers up.
I think it'll be a bit different when you're watching the opens and things. People are getting off their boxes and not fishing for the full 5 hours, and anglers will probably approach it differently as well. I'm going to say 7.5%.
Oh, hold on. Under pressure here. 30 is 10.
Mm-hmm.
So 5% is 15.
Mm-hmm.
So what's half between 15 and 30? No, is there 7? That's 22.5.
Yeah.
So you've got to give me a number. You can't have half an angler.
All right, 22 anglers.
22 anglers are going to blank.
Yeah, in the whole match.
I'm going to go big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to go...
This is bad, isn't it, that we're having this conversation?
Last
year, we was having this conversation on how many people catch over £30. And it would have been...
Yeah. Well, if you caught under £10, you were nowhere. In your section, you come last. So you're saying 22 anglers.
This is fishing, isn't it?
Okay, I was going to go big, like 20%, which is 60, but I might go 40.
40 anglers?
Yeah, total.
Out of both venues?
Yeah, and through no fault of their own. Let me just put that one down there, guys. Through no fault of their own.
All right.
I'm going 40.
So you guys have got to put your estimates in. What are you giving away as a prize, anyway?
I think we should, next time we go for curry, let Cheesy pick it for us.
What?
What we got to eat.
Oh, got to eat something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheesy's got to choose our curry. One, Cheesy doesn't know he's coming with us to the curry house.
Mm.
And two...
Oh, well, you're not even invited him yet?
Because you keep changing the date.
Oh,
yeah, no,
my
that's what
fault,
I do.
yeah.
Cheesy's got to choose. So, mate, I can't eat a fowl. I tried that once.
Foul.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's hot. That is
Anyway,
hot.
I'm sure that people listening or watching this will have...
Let's cheer them up. Give them a rundown of what sections you think's going to be in it.
Oh. There's going to be some absolute drossing. And it's that shit you have to laugh about it, isn't it? Honestly, it is that bad. It's gone full circle from being doom and gloom to now just like...
No chance.
Laughing about it, you know, and I don't know is the honest answer. I don't know.
Well, the
people are
bandstands,
saying
the
that this
bandstands
weather's
got
going to make it better and this and that. And
what weather? It's
even
not
where
gonna
the
warm
fish
up.
are, you've got to draw.
Do you
There's
want me to
pegs
give you
where
the
you're not
Met
gonna
forecast
compete
for this
on.
week? It's not going to warm up until Saturday.
Right, well, it's irrelevant anyway.
Look, tonight's going to be freezing. Now, let's pick Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be
4 at night. What about Thursday? It's when it's changing.
4 maximum during the day.
Yeah, Thursday.
9. Still too late. It's not long. 9, 10.
That's tropical compared to what we've had.
Yes,
I tell
9,
you.
10 degrees. Thursday,
But
Friday, Saturday. But it's not
anyway,
long
it still
enough.
won't make any difference.
Won't make any difference.
I
no.
can't see it, but I hope I'm absolutely wrong.
I hope I'm right. I hope everyone catches.
Yeah.
Because it's a crap match. But
it's shit.
no one's fault. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. But I think this could be the worst Winter League final ever. Not through... I don't mean about the organisation or anything like that. I mean results as in fish. Because something weird is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see. I reckon there could be a lot of blanks on decoy.
Yeah. Quite possibly, yeah.
If you haven't got carp in front of you, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so...
Come on, sections. We were going to...
I think... I'm not sure. Nothing's been confirmed as of yet.
What do you
but when
think?
this comes out on the Wednesday, it would have been confirmed.
Okay.
So what I'm saying now could be completely wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the bandstand's got to be until Wiggy's... The health centre.
Yeah, so whether pegs 1 to 14 at March are in or not, I don't know, but I think they probably will be.
Really?
Yeah. There's nowhere else to go. And then you've got the next section, which is from the disabled pegs, or next half of that section, is from the disabled pegs up to the culvert.
Well, that's got to be in.
Which you'll need to draw the higher the better, basically.
Yeah, there, the culvert in the grass.
Then the next sections will be from basically behind the swimming pool and finish somewhere where I was at the weekend. If you draw them 3 pegs, you ain't beating anyone to your right. It just gets better to your right and there's more fish.
If you're not in the trees,
yeah,
you're screwed.
Yeah, but that's fishing. It's always been the same with the Winter League final, just this year there's even less fish. Then the next section will go from, I reckon, the health centre, or one or two below the health centre, and finish just before the allotment start.
So that's 4 sections.
Yeah, that one will be, again, you want to draw high or low in that section. And then the next 14 pegs will be from basically allotment style to the end of the willows, which will be alright, be a few fish about there. And then the next section, depending on how many pegs are on the scouter or the willows, will piss the next section. And then the rest of you will catch mainly blips, if there is any there. And then another 14 peg section from the bypass back towards the turning bay. So
and could there be a section on at...
above the bypass?
No, you said...
Carrot wash.
Wash. Which
will be a half section if it's put in. So like I say, I don't know exactly what the sections have been confirmed at, but there's a few tench there and some...
What about on the bower?
The bower, there's 1 full section, 28 pegs, so 2 14 peg sections.
That seems to be the best bit at the minute. Unbelievable. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot that I'm at work on Saturday, so I'll get here about 3. So I'll find Ben Taylor and see if he's...
Yeah, it'll be about...
Because you're not... Is it 10 till 4?
Yeah.
6 hours, is it?
Yeah.
6,
no. 6 hours.
No, when's it start?
11 till 4.
11 till 4.
Yeah, 5 hours, yeah.
So I need to get in contact with him. So I can't do what I was planning to do, which is our little sort of Sky Sports thing. I've got my days mixed up as per norm. But what's the plan afterwards? Is it everyone back to...
Yeah, everyone back to Harry Smith, and then we're going to go for a curry. Win, lose, draw, have a curry.
Oh, I'll take my camera and actually try and do something properly this time. I'll keep threatening to.
Yeah.
And then we never do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally you get down there to watch the weigh-in for like £70 a rud, and who's going to draw mist underwater, and who's going to catch £10. Oh dear.
My Lord.
It's bad. My predictions are that if the carrot wash is in, which I think it will be, someone will potentially win the match from there.
With the tench?
Yeah.
They might feed if... No, it's... I don't know.
Yeah. And then I reckon... Is that you?
Ghosts.
Oh. It's you again. And then I would say mist underwater, culvert, some long pegs, like the ladder peg as it's known, will probably be in the mix. Culvert, a few around the windmill. Draw them areas, you've got a chance of doing really well on the individual side of things on the drains. And on decoy, I think it's oak 11, the same old pegs. Draw on that. If you drew a line down sort of 2/3 of the way down on the lakes on them new channels, it's like hot bung holes on that line, and don't draw early numbers on you. That's like horrendous. But that's winter bingo, isn't it?
Basically, if a team has a really favourable draw, they could smash everybody out the park.
Honestly, it's wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open.
And any team could win this.
Oh, without doubt.
If you get the draw right, you could smash everybody out of the park. Conversely, if you get a really bad draw, you could end up right at the bottom very easily as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Because it's
with a cricket score.
It's going to take away the it's neutralising the skill element.
Mm-hmm.
Got loads of really good anglers, but it's so peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, buddy. Is there anything else that we need to add?
Not really. Just good luck to everyone fishing at the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how long we've rattled on for. It's not probably the shortest
Long
one ever.
enough.
Long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody. It's been a long campaign. And,
and you know, as an area, we are sort of not embarrassed, but we're in more shock than anyone to why.
Embarrassed is a good word. I'm a little bit embarrassed,
Yeah,
even though I don't
it's-
even fish matches.
It's like
It's not good enough, but it's nothing we can do to
it's
change
nature. You cannot beat nature, and you know, as locals, we've tried venues that we don't even fish, looking for fish, and you know, it is what it is.
To be fair, that's a very good point. You guys have tried lots of different places.
You know, it's madness, but yeah, someone's got to win.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
It's such a shame that all the teams put in all the effort to qualify, and this year is like it is. It's such a shame. But
We'll see. Right, guys, we'll bring it to a head. Don't forget, if you know anything about running junior sections and can help out, let us know. Good luck to everybody at the weekend.
Yep.
And Cheesy Bob's going to order you a file, mate, when 65 anglers blank.
Okay.
Hopefully not. Right, we'll catch you all in 2 weeks' time.
See ya.
All right.
Bye.